Hello and welcome to another episode of Dylan's Draft Grades for 2020 fantasy football season. This is our friends league, and I'm super excited to be here to talk to you guys about what I think of your drafts because I know you guys care so much about my opinion. And I don't blame you; it's a great opinion. So we're gonna be looking at Team Mitchellpalooza. This one, I know I was going to do it on the last video, but instead I talked about Dan's team way too freaking long. And I apologize about that if you even decided to listen to that one. It's a good one, though. Check it out. We're going to go ahead and break down his draft. I'm going to give it a grade. It's just a random grade, to be honest with you guys. I am not qualified at all to be doing this. But I'm going to talk about his team, and we're going to try to make this quick. So let's go ahead and get into this. All right, first pick, Joe Mixon. I think he had the 11th pick overall. Ray, I think that's what you had. He picked Joe Mixon, so he went with running back. I like Joe Mixon this year. I think he's very talented. He's super talented. Even last year when they did poorly, he had an exceptional year, especially the second half. So if they continue to utilize him like that, especially with Joe Burrow this year, I think this could be a pretty good offense. However, the offensive line is just abysmal. Kind of makes me afraid of this having Joe Mixon. But I mean, he's proven that he could do it. He signed a new contract for 4 years. I think he's going to be pretty happy and play pretty well. So a good pick, a running back. I was actually hoping to come back to me in the second round. Instead, I got Josh Jacobs. I like Josh Jacobs too. Joe Mixon's great. Then we got Kenyon Drake. Now he was seen in a walking boot last week, and so I don't know what's going on with his situation currently. If he's going to be playing, how he's going to be out for a few days. But again, he's in Arizona. I think they're a really good team. They're going to be playing. I think Kenyon Drake's very talented. He just couldn't prove himself in Miami. So again, pretty good running back situation here. Two strong running backs. I honestly thought he was going to go a different route, but the way he told me, he was thinking about taking Mike Evans, so I'm surprised. He didn't go with Mike Evans in the second round here, especially that he really liked him as much as he claimed to. Now I love Mike Evans. He's a receiver I always target. I think Chris Godwin is the Tampa Bay receiver to own this year, though. So he took two strong running backs. I really like this decision here. And then third round, he decided to go with Juju Smith-Schuster. Now I'm actually surprised by this. Mainly because he took James Conner last year and he kind of did not do so good, all right? He didn't do very well for Ray last year, and that's because Roethlisberger got hurt. I think it's an entirely different offense when Roethlisberger is playing, okay? When Big Ben's there, it's just a super strong offense. We know the receivers there get plenty of work. When he is there, it's like the leading passing attack in the NFL, hands down. They have more yards than the other team. Even the running back seems to do well. With Le'Veon Bell, when he was there, he was a lead, like the number one running back. So they had Antonio Brown, number one receiver, Le'Veon Bell, number one running back. So, it's mostly the same system. Still a very good offensive line. There's really no reason to say that this team isn't going to be as explosive as it used to. Obviously, Juju isn't as good as Antonio Brown, but he's pretty darn good. I think he has a very good opportunity to produce some high numbers. So taking him in the round 3, it's almost like it has potential to be a top 10 receiver. So very interesting. I really like it. His next pick, Devin Singletary from Buffalo. Now, I love Buffalo's run game. I think it's one of the strongest run games in the NFL. However, Devin Singletary is going to lose his job to Zach Moss. I think Zach Moss is going to take over this role. He's a rookie. I think he's going to ball out. I think Zach Moss is going to be awesome. I got him on every team I can. I'm always drafting Zach Moss. So I think Devin Singletary will lose out to him. Zach Moss is 20 pounds bigger. Just more athletic all around. However, any running back in this situation, I think is going to do pretty good. Especially if Zach Moss doesn't start off right away and Devin Singletary is just the lead back for a couple weeks, you're gonna be awesome. And that being his third running back, I think it's a pretty good situation. His 5th round pick is Stephon Diggs. Used to play for the Vikings, was their best receiver. I don't want to hear anyone talk about Adam Thielen being their best receiver. He is not. Stephon Diggs even last year, he led in receptions and yards. And he always goes up against the best cover. And now he's going to Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen is not a very good passer. He's just not that accurate. Now Stephon Diggs he's an elite receiver, I would say. I think he's very talented. I don't really want a receiver on this team though. Even Stephon Diggs, it just doesn't appeal to me. But having him as a number 2, we'll see. But I just don't think he's gonna have many big games there. He's not gonna get a lot of touchdowns. I just don't think this is the right situation for him. However, we'll see if Josh Allen takes a step up, which I don't think he will. We could see a big year from Diggs, but I think he is kind of a rough pick to receiver. But we'll see. I hate to be so negative. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Then he picked Dak Prescott, round 6. All right. So this is an interesting pick. Number 1, they are more going to a passing attack in Dallas. They took CeeDee Lamb. They took Amari Cooper last year. And even Michael Gallup. All 3 of these guys are going to have big roles here. They passed a lot last year. You'd be surprised. I took Zeke Elliott, and I was waiting for them to run the ball. They did not. Not as much as you'd think, at least. This year, their offensive line isn't as good. And I think just hearing today, their right tackle is on IR, which is not good. They lost their center over the year, too. So you've got Zach Martin is their right tackle. I think he's the best right tackle in the league. Or right guard, sorry. He's the best right guard in the league, and he's really good. But I think the rest of their offensive line they're losing depth. They're losing players. It is not the offensive line we knew 2-3 years ago when they were just Zeke Elliott would just ball out in every run. I think this is a year that they struggle a little bit with the line there. I think they're going to have a tough time. Even their defense isn't as good as it used to be either. So I think the Cowboys take a step down. Again, they are probably going to be passing a lot, though, so Dak Prescott isn't too bad. Hate taking a quarterback around 6, though, and I feel like there's other quarterbacks. You probably could have took Drew Brees or something, maybe even around 7 or 8. Matt Ryan. So a lot of these other guys that actually I have higher up on my list. I like them more. But I think he's going to be a good quarterback. I just don't like taking him around 6. Then 7th pick, Hunter Henry, the Chargers tight end. Hunter Henry has a very good opportunity here. He's kind of underlooked, and I'm surprised you got him in the 7th round. I think he's going to be one of the better tight ends. I think people are underlooking him just because, I don't know, Phillip Rivers is gone, and they don't think Hunter Henry is no longer good or something. As long as he can stay healthy, I think he's going to be an excellent player. He's a very talented tight end. So very good upside there. His next pick, Christian Kirk for Arizona. Now, they picked up DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins is without a doubt going to do the best on this team for the receiving. I just think he's the best, one of the best receivers in the league as just a pure receiver. Christian Kirk, since Hopkins is probably going to take some of the covers, maybe be double covered a lot of time. Christian Kirk probably going to be single covered, and they're going to be passing a lot. They have an air raid offense here, so they do pass a lot. So I like this player. And with him and Ken Drake on the team, so he's definitely a fan of Arizona. We can see that. Then you got Henry Ruggs, rookie for the Raiders, rookie receiver. He's probably one of my least favorite wide receivers of the bunch this year. However, that doesn't say, he's still very talented, and the Raiders do lack receivers, especially with Tyrell Williams being injured or whatever, not playing for a while. So Henry Ruggs, it's very possible he can get the ball a lot and do pretty big things there. Marlon Mack with the 10th round pick. Cincinnati has one of the best offensive lines this year. And they are going to run the ball quite a bit. Now, obviously, I think Jonathan Taylor is going to be their lead back. But that might not be in week 1, might not be in week 2. So Marlon Mack definitely for a while is going to be, he got 1,000 yards last year. I don't think it's going to be so easy to say, all right, Marlon Mack, you're sitting down, we're putting Jonathan Taylor in your spot. I just think that's very hard to do, especially with Marlon Mack. It's just balling out last year. Why bother necessarily? I think you can have Jonathan Taylor sit behind him for a little bit and or kind of just maybe use both of them. I don't know, but I like Marlon Mack here. Even if he gets 10 to 15 touches a game, if he does that, I think those touches are going to be very valuable and he's going to be awesome. I think he's going to catch passes too from Phillip Rivers. I think he's going to be very valuable. Anybody in this backfield who's on the field is going to do well. It's just a matter of who. But the 10th round, taking that risk on Marlon Mack, I actually really love that. I have done that in other leagues as well. So, big up to ya, Ray. His next pick, the Titans defense. Titans defense I don't like that much this year, I'll be honest. I don't think they're going to be that good. He took him with the 11th round. Also don't like taking him in the 11th round. It's a little bit early for a defense for my taste, especially one that's not even really that good in the Titans. So, Thumbs down. Justin Jefferson for Minnesota. I think it's an interesting pick. They're lacking receivers, and Justin Jefferson can show off here. He could be their lead receiver. Again, I don't Adam Thielen's not that talented in my opinion. They do force feed Adam Thielen the ball. I'm not saying he's not a fantasy option. I just don't think he is that talented of a receiver. Sue me, whatever. I don't care. I'm saying it. I'm putting it on tape now. I'm telling you. So Justin Jefferson, we'll see how he does. Again, he's a rookie. You never know with these rookies. But an interesting choice. I think he's got the pathways there for him to succeed. We'll just see if he does. Next player, Bryce Love, Washington running back. Now, I think they have a few. They have Antonio Gibson. I forget if they have anyone else on their team that's trying to get touches. Peyton Barber, maybe. But Bryce Love is very talented as well. I think he could become a starter. I think Antonio Gibson's going to run away with this. He is the most talented back. But them getting rid of Adrian Peterson might leave a little bit more room for Bryce Love. I got love for Love, man. I do. I think he's very talented. He might have a place in this, especially later on in the season. Just not right now. Blake Jarwin, Dallas tight end. Obviously, again, this is a second tight end. That's okay because if Hunter Henry gets hurt or something, Blake Jarwin comes around. I don't really think you need two tight ends. I said this before, but Dallas tight end, interesting. I don't really know how they're going to use tight end if Dak Prescott is going to use them that much, but we'll see. Zane Gonzalez, Arizona kicker. Again, another Arizona player. Someone likes players from Arizona. Interesting. Whatever. A kicker in the 15th round. Again, I usually wait to the last round because who gives a shit about kickers. Drew Lock is his QB. Now, I think this is interesting. He has two QBs. So he took Drew Lock and Dak Prescott. Now, I think this is a good decision. Drew Lock is pretty talented. I don't like taking a QB in round 6 and then not having faith in him enough and saying, I'll take another QB just in case he doesn't pan out. If you're taking the one in round 6, you better be pretty damn sure he's going to do well this year. So interesting. But I do think Drew Lock could be a viable starter. But again, I think Dak Prescott might be better, and I don't think you're going to start Drew Lock anytime soon. He might end up getting dropped early on when you realize you're not going to be using this guy, and he's just taking up space on your bench. So we'll see. And then he picked Adrian Peterson up for Detroit. Now, this is interesting. What is Adrian Peterson's role going to be? Now, you definitely think Detroit is going to run the ball quite a bit more. I mean, they took a second-round pick on DeAndre Swift, running back out of Georgia, which brought us Sony Michel, Nick Chubb, some really good running backs. And he is no exception. He's very talented. And they also got Kerryon Johnson the year before. And now they picked up Adrian Peterson for basically nothing for a one-year deal. So I think they're definitely leading towards running the ball more. I think DeAndre Swift is going to be their lead back this year. I don't think any other running back is really I think Adrian Peterson might have a role. I don't think Kerryon Johnson has a role here. I think this is telling. I think this is saying Kerryon Johnson's not our guy. We're going to draft more. We're going to pick up other people and kind of go that route. So Adrian Peterson, you never know. You know, he's 35. I think he's obviously one of the best to ever do it. I think he has, the track record there. Will they use him? I don't know. It's Detroit. I don't know. They suck. They're just a shitty team. So that's Team Mitchapalooza. That's a Rays team. The draft grade I give for it. Let's go back through it real quick. 2 strong running backs. Then you got Juju. You got Devin Singletary. Stephon Diggs, which I don't like. Taking a QB in round 6, I don't like. Hunter Henry, I do like. Get points for that. Christian Kirk, I like. Henry Ruggs, I like. Rookie in the 9th round. That's interesting. Marlon Mack, I like. Tennessee Titans, I don't like. Justin Jefferson, you don't know. Question marks. Bryce Love, question marks. Blake Jarwin, backup tight end. Kicker in the 5th round. Then Drew Lock, Adrian Peterson, kind of fun picks for the last 2. Again, a backup QB, though. You got 2 QBs. I know, this is just going to annoy everyone who's listening. Especially as many times as I repeat myself. If you've watched all of these videos, I say a lot of the same things over and over again. I give this team a B. I'm going to give it a B, a solid B. It's okay. It's got a lot of things I'm afraid of, like Kenyon Drake. I don't know how he's going to perform. Devin Singletary, Stephon Diggs, even Dak Prescott. I don't think it's the best QB probably at that round 6. Probably could have gotten something better. Like Air Jordy's over here. He got Russell Wilson. I like him more. But again, that's just me. I don't know. Maybe Dak Prescott balls out. He did pretty good last year. So, oh, you got Marlon Mack too. I really like him. So you got some depth, just some holes that I'm not a big fan of, and I think if to have an exceptional team, you need those exceptional guys. And I just think you have a few guys that aren't exceptional, like Stephon Diggs, potentially, and we'll see though. And Christian Kirk, we'll see how they do. I don't know if they're going to be the best players, so I give you a B. I apologize. No, no personal intention here. I'm going to be doing some more of these. I'm going to do another one right here. I'm filming them all at once, actually, just so FYI, it's a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I'm going to be doing a Friday football show every Friday Fantasy Football with Dillman, and I'm going to recap the week of football and talk a little bit about some things, maybe go over, have some segments, you know what I mean? Maybe some fun, maybe some little short skits too. I don't know, but every Friday I plan on putting out a video. We'll see how long I keep that up because it is a lot of work to do a good video. I wouldn't consider this a good video. This is just me ranting into a microphone. But if I do decide to do a good video, it might take me a little bit longer, and putting one out once a week is hard to do. But I'm going to do my best. Stay tuned for that, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to this whole thing. I love you all. I love you, Ray. Hopefully it wasn't too hard on your team. But good luck this year. Good luck to everyone. I wish you guys all the best. Take care. Have a great season.